2016, 2017, we were awarded $241,000 from the Colorado Police Officer Standing Training for range improvements. So you guys all pay, I think it might be up to $2 now, a license plate every year. It was originally designed to go forward to help small agencies in rural Colorado have training and equipment. It has grown. I mean, we still get decent money, but it has gone down every year as they grow. And the legislation has given them more responsibilities on regulating things. It's not as good as it was, but we still get decent money for it and continue to get that. And I am also the coordinator for the Southeast region. I run the grant money for our region, which is 9 counties down in the Southeast area. We got it for that, 2018, or 17 and 18, because their calendar year is July 1st to June 30th. We got another $90,000 for a simunition building, another projects at the range, and an arrest control building. So there's what the building used to look like. That's what I had in 1997 when I started here. It was terrible in there. And it's actually from that wall back is that building. You can see they had insulation, they had the purlins. Everybody knows what a purlin, or if you don't, it's the metal framework, and it was full of mice and just terrible. So that's what it looked like before we started building it. And now it's today with the kitchenette and then the classroom. You guys got to walk through that. Classroom there, I think, yeah, that's a law enforcement class we're teaching.
So why did you name this building after Mike Steves?
So Mike Steves, he started in the 70s. He was very instrumental in firearms training, not only in La Junta, but Southeast Colorado. He taught at the Trinidad Training Academy. He's taught at the Otero County Academy. He was one of the reasons I got in law enforcement and really become interested in being a law enforcement instructor. We named this after him while he was still alive, as a tribute to him.
Was this the only facility to train then from all those counties?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Lamar has a small one that they started on.
I always wondered why you had so many different people from all over out here.
And we
Wow.
sponsor, that's a good question, we sponsor a lot of trainings, and some of them we sponsor, we had them as far as Alaska before coming here, Alaska State Troopers, a lot of Nevada, just all around, these people come train here because of the type of trainings we offer. All right, then we got some turning targets, if this works. You guys can see them turning there. That system was awesome back in 2016, but the fault of it was air. Out here in the dirt, air has to have seals, rubber O-rings, things like that. Dirt, sun, they don't get along very well with them. We'll show you guys, we're in the process now, and it's in a later slide, of converting over to electric with grants again. It did some cool things. We just turned them one at a time to kind of show you guys on that one. And then we also got these concrete yard markers. Where those concrete yard markers are, that used to be gravel and weeds, which made it hard to train on and stuff. As part of that grant, we were able to get that concrete in and then let the grass grow in around it. Got some new picnic benches. You guys will see one out there. There's 1 or 2 of the old splinter benches left that are wood. If one person sits on one side, that's great. If 2 persons sit on the same side, it tips over. They're just old. And then we got our arrest control building, and you guys will give you a tour of all this stuff in 2017. And we call it a multi-purpose building because it can be also doubled as a classroom at the full size of this. We have 30 or more students. 20 is pretty tight in here, you guys see. But if we have 30 or more, we try to go over there and use that. Plus, we have mats around the walls. You guys will see we have mats to throw down, so that's where we practice our arrest control. And that's what the inside of it looks, but we'll take it out tour.
Wow.
And then we got the power security gate, which I love, because we used to have to come up, unlock the chain, take it off, push both gates open, make sure they lock back up. And then it was always a fight to see who had to be last to shut the gate and lock it. So now, you can punch in code, and you guys got to see this coming in, most of you. Or some people have clickers. So it really helps with the security. And that was grant money too. And then in 2018, we got more money, so we started putting concrete around all this stuff. It was just all out in the dirt. We were able to get some rifle rests at the 100 and 200 yard lines, to be able to help sight in rifles and shoot. At that time, we were able to get a couple of these lawn sheds, which were great, but as we grew out here, we started needing more storage. Got another one here. That concrete, we finished the concrete all the way down. It ended at about 50 yards long. This is a pad the driving simulator's on. Unfortunately, that has expired, and they haven't given us new grants or anything to replace that. You'll see right here, that was the start of the building of an awning there. You guys will actually get to see the awning. This was our first target shed. We actually built that, but we got the money for the materials. And then this is the build of the very last building we did in 2018, and it's going to be a simunition shoot house, and that's mainly what we use it for, and you get to go see that.
Simunition's like little paintball pellets. It helps the officers train in an environment that causes a little bit of pain, so it helps you learn when you've done the wrong thing, or maybe you need to try and change something, but it's very beneficial. Probably about the most realistic training we can get in without hurting anybody.
No promises, we may try to work that in one night. We won't use the pellets, we'll just use the loud blanks, but you guys can get a look at a scenario, figure out how you're gonna handle it, and address it.
So this is different than your paintball games, huh?
Yeah, a lot different, yeah.
Oh, boy.
They actually function like a real hand, kick the cartridge out, everything like a handgun. You reload them the same way. Where your paintball guns, you have those big hoppers. And not near as realistic. After it was completed in 2019, you'll see those walls in there. So we have walls that we can move around, set up different situations. We have some storage units in there for cleaning for us, clean the academy safe, our safe. This is inside when we set up scenarios. Looks like a living room, just whatever we need it to be. And we're probably gonna have to do this again. The next academy coming up has 30 students. That's the biggest one I remember. When we were using this one, we had 23. So that's the area where they clean their handguns after shooting each day. All right. Then in 19, we received another $50,000 for improvements. We started getting the storage containers. Those things are awesome. They can store a lot of stuff. They're rodent-proof, they're insect-proof as long as you keep the door shut. So they're great things to have. I wish we would have known back then what they cost now and try to get more of them, but they doubled and tripled depending on what you get. And we added more of the containers out there behind the sheds that I showed you. We really improved our storage. All right, 2021, we got another $27,000, and those are things we bought. We bought 2 zero-turn riding mowers, had the sprinkler system fixed. This original sprinkler system was probably from the early 70s, early 1970s. But we bought some training robots. We've got 2 of them out there we can show you, and then some optics for our simulation pistols.
Does that include night vision goggles and
No,
stuff?
we don't have that.
Optics are just like a different sighting system on our handguns. They're a little bit easier for acquiring a target, or they help you focus on a target more than focusing on your sights. So they help officers be more aware of what is around them. And we carry those on our handguns that we carry on duty, so it's important to train with them on our simunitions guns.
In 2022, we got almost another $11,000. So we bought some economical LED range lights, which were awesome. You turn them on, they come on. The ones we had before, you turn them on and they would just slowly glow until they were really bright. And when they got bright, the meter out here started smoking. So much energy. So we got to the LED, which has really helped. We got some CPR training dummies, so we can actually do our own CPR training with our own instructors. And then in 2023, we got a capital improvement grant. So Post has quit adding to these. They want to save it more for the training and equipment. They have capital improvement grants. We got the 2 outdoor restrooms, which you guys can go out and check out. And look at that price, it just poured. Just to give you an idea, this one cost $47,000. And then by the time we got over to that one, it was like $67,000.
Mm-hmm.
The big building, I got a great deal on it. It's 48 by 48. It was $48,000, but then we had to put another 10 in it for electricity and about another 20, which will become for air conditioning. So that cost more than the current building value, which just blows me. I don't understand it. And that's what it looks like inside in there. It's completely handicap accessible, clean, and it's got an AC unit and heat units, so.
Who's responsible for maintaining, like, the cleanliness and stocking?
Well, that's a great question. We ask each agency that uses it, when they get done, we have cleaning supplies to go in and clean that. Lately, for some reason, that hasn't been happening, so Benton County has been awesome in sending up 2 jailers and inmate crew. In fact, they were out here last week mowing for us and getting these rooms to look great. We got millers and stuff that we haven't been able to get out. Yeah, so they've been a great help. And all it costs us is pizza for the inmates,
That's
and they're happy.
Good deal.
All right, 2024, and we'll let you guys see those new targets. I don't have any pictures, but electronic now instead of air. We got 15 in, they were put in June, and the grant cycle ended in June. This new grant cycle started in July. We got another 47,000 to get 10 more of those targets to put the full 25 that we have out there. I don't know if you've been running this in your head or not. So that's approximately how much over the years that we've got in grant funds just for this. And we changed the name to Hunter Police Department Memorial Training Facility. At one time, it was the Eubanks
Is there any particular place you get the grants from?
Colorado Post is the main place.
Which is what?
Police officer standards and training, that $2 you pay for your license plate.
Okay.
Yeah, we get most of them there. With the memorial, the Jones family that used to own CB&T paid for the memorial that you see out there now. The sign shop's working on it. We're trying to get it all done. It says, "Blessed are the peacemakers." You guys can stop out there and look at what it says. And then families of any member who has worked for the Hunter Police Department can buy a plaque. They can put their date of birth, date of death, they can put their dates of service, whatever they want on that plaque, on the rock. So that's what we did it for. Sheriff Chris Johnson started out as a reserve officer in Lahaina. Sheriff John Everly was a street officer in Lahaina. Sheriff Sean Mobley was a street officer in Lahaina. So all those people, because they were in the Lahaina PD, can be put on that if their family chooses to do so. And that's why we named it the memorial. And that way there's no fighting over the name, because there was certain families thought, our family built this ring, it should be named after them. They were, no, it should be the name it is. So this just made it easier, and everybody can have some recognition and remembrance of their family on that monument. All right, this is an ongoing project, so as we get grants, we will add more stuff. We have, over the last couple of years, and everybody has agreed, it's a good thing to do, we charge each agency $150 a year per officer or deputy that uses this. That goes into an account, so it's a city account managed by the city, but when I get that money, I deposit it into that account right from our bookkeeping system. Then if we need a new heater, a new projector, so it's for like capital stuff, it's not for the maintenance and stuff. I have a maintenance budget for out here. But it's if we have to buy something expensive like a heater. One of these days, these carpets are almost 10 years old. They still look pretty good, but we may have to fix those. So it's to continue to fix things and keep this up. It costs a lot of money to keep up a facility like this. So they've all agreed. So that kind of money started coming in every year. And the colleges being the biggest one that pays in because they run 2 academies a year. This academy that they're running 30s, is that 4,500? Is that right? Yeah, 4,500 will come just from this one class to go into that pool.